Alright, welcome back to our Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode tutorial. I'm going to go over some other stuff really quickly before I slay the giant we're hunting. So, in the last episode I said it's pretty safe to just sleep on the ground. That isn't true unless you have a decent amount of companions. So, one of the best things you can do is actually to sleep in the trees. So the way you do this is you first want to make sure that your equipment is strapped to your body and you're not holding your equipment. You do this by pressing Q, and that'll make your weapon and your shield become strapped to your back. Okay, next you're going to want to go up to the tree trunk, and these spherical columns, I guess, are what a tree is going to look like. That's what a tree looks like in Dwarf Fortress. So when you go up to a tree, you're going to press the H key for hold, and it's only going to give you these options if your hands are free. So then it'll ask you where you want to move. So we're going to hold the tree trunk to the northwest. So now you can see right next to our weapon and armor, you can see we don't have a weapon because it's strapped to our back, and then that we're climbing too. So now when you use the arrow keys to actually move, you'll get a new list. Now this list will tell you, do you want to release your hold, and again you're scrolling with the asterisk and backspace. Do you want to release your grip? Do you want to climb northwest above? And stuff like that. So yeah, of course we're going to climb northwest. Okay, and now you can see we're on the top of the tree. So we're fairly safe. Only things that'll be able to attack you up here are birds and like boogeymen, but those aren't really too much of an issue as long as you charge boogeymen, because they are fairly small creatures. So once you're up in the tree, you're going to want to press H again, and you're going to want to release your hold. Now, just because you're not holding it doesn't mean you're just going to fall right away, because now you can see we're actually moving around on the top of the tree. So now you can press Z here, and now you can sleep fairly safely for an hour or so, because we just went to sleep. And you can see we're completely fine. So now to get back down, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go up to the trunk, press H for hold. You're going to hold the trunk with B, or whatever the equivalent key will be for you. And pressing the movement keys, you're going to want to not go above, but you're going to want to go below by scrolling through the menus again with asterisk and backslash. So then you're back on the ground. And then once you're back on the ground, you press H again to release the hold on the tree trunk, and then you're free to just travel again. So I'm going to use the fast travel using capital T to start moving around so I can find this hill giant a little bit easier. You can see the fast travel is going pretty quickly, but I think we have to travel quite a fair distance, so I'm going to make a cut, and then as soon as I get to the site, I'll continue the tutorial. Okay, so while our brave adventurers were resting, turns out we got set upon by an alligator, so let's go over combat again real quick. Alligator is going to run up to us, but this time because we're fighting one enemy, let's take our sweet time. Let's go over throwing. So to throw something, you just hit T. Oh, we should probably unsheath our weapons too. So you just hit the lowercase t. It'll let you throw the things that are in your left and right hand, and everything that's going to be in your backpack that you're not wearing. So for us, the one thing that we can actually throw that'll do some damage potentially is a large copper dagger. You're going to hit the key that corresponds to the item you want to throw, and then you're just going to use the arrow keys to mouse over to the thing that you want to throw it at. So we're going to throw it at this male alligator, and you can see the alligator jumped away from the spinning copper dagger. Depending on your adventurer's throwing skills and what type of animal you're fighting, you might have better luck. So the alligator is going to charge. Again, you're going to hit capital A to attack, and we're going to strike the alligator hitting A. Going to strike it in the neck with a slash. Whoa. The alligator bites the axeman in the left foot from behind, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone. Oh, so this guy is kind of screwed. An artery has been opened by the attack, many nerves have been severed, ligaments been torn, tendons been torn, so he might not make this. This alligator is going to try to attack us. We're going to block his bite. This shot is blocked. He's recovering from attacking us, so we're just going to continue fighting him. Oh man, this guy is... Jesus Christ, this alligator just ripped our axeman's hand off, or like lower arm. You can see here, this is kind of the grim humor of Dwarf Fortress. The axeman loses the hold of a pair of mittens, a glove, and the copper shield, aka his arm was ripped off, so that's why he dropped everything. Oh, but he's still a badass, because even though missing an arm, he cuts this alligator in the rear left leg, tearing the muscle, and then the alligator gives into the pain. He did the same thing, but he hacked it in the head this time. And the alligator's regaining balance, so we're gonna finish it off by stabbing it in the head. And this thing is still alive, even though we just broke its skull. So let's do the same thing, let's slash it in the head this time. This thing is still alive, so this is a very tough alligator. Jeezy Pete's. Slash it in the neck, come on, just cut its head off. How difficult is this? How bad is this thing injured? We're going to use L and mouse over to the alligator, and we're going to press A to see its description by pressing D. And you can see his head is cut open, his head is gouting alligator blood, his neck is cut open, his neck is spraying alligator blood. So this will pretty much just give you a list of all the wounds, and this is more of a... This is another list that'll show you all the wounds that it has and what it's covered in and stuff like that. So you can see this thing is heavily bleeding from the neck. Its upper spine and skull are very damaged, and if we mouse over to our Axeman, he's also bleeding heavily, and he's missing his left foot. But if we hit the description of him, his left foot is cut open, his left foot is oozing blood, his right lower arm is spraying blood, his right lower arm is gone, so this guy is probably not going to make it. But let's continue fighting this alligator in order to honor him. We're going to strike the alligator again in the head with another slash. And geez, this thing is quite the beast. We're just gonna try to get this thing to die, but it seems impossible. This thing is like spraying blood everywhere and it's still not dead. And even the Axeman is still trying to get some hits in, even though he's bleeding to death. So we're just gonna keep spamming our attacks until we get a decent one in. Oh, and that's what I was talking about. Sometimes when you stab or slash an enemy, your weapon can become like stuck in them, embedded in them, so you have to move a tile away in order to regain possession, or else you won't be able to attack with that weapon again. Oh man. There we go. The alligator has bled to death. So let's hope our buddy will be able to... Oh, he's still moving, so that's good. Not sure exactly how long he'll last with that many injuries. But I'm gonna... Ooh, what was that? What did he just kill? A cobra? Yeah, if he just killed a cobra, I think he'll be fine, even though he's spraying blood everywhere. But yeah, I'll see you guys as soon as we get to the lair that we're looking for. Alright, and here's just a neat little tip. If we look at our local map, you can see that we're inside a mountain right now, which usually mountains are fairly inhospitable, and you can actually fast travel from a mountain down. So you'd have to climb through the mountains originally. You'd have to climb through mountains in order to... What are these things? You'd have to climb through mountains in order to fast travel away from them, which is kind of counterintuitive. Those are Wolverine men. Let's not mess with them. But luckily for us, we found a brook. Now, what differentiates a brook from a river is that the color is a lighter blue, and you can actually walk across brooks. I don't know why this Axeman is... but like, you can walk across brooks. So, because this game actually simulates erosion, we're just going to walk through this brook through the mountain path, and it'll let us kind of get... It's not maybe the quickest way, but it's a way that's going to be guaranteed to get us out of the mountains, because like I said, brooks will erode a path through mountains, and then we'll be able to fast travel. So just a neat little thing to be wary of if you're ever stuck in the mountains and you find a river. It's always your best bet to travel along the river path. Plus you'll always have water. Okay, so I wasn't going to include this because I felt like it would just be a fairly standard encounter, but we're fighting a giant anaconda which just ripped off our Axeman's other hand. So now he's completely unarmed. He doesn't even have an axe or a shield, and he's probably going to die right here. So we're going to take our copper dagger and toss it at this snake, see if it does some damage. Alright, it hits him in the liver, that's not too bad, but I'm pretty sure our Axeman just died. Wait, what? Okay, so the Axeman bit our Axeman bit the snake in the head, not the other way around. So let's attack this snake. We're gonna aim for its body and we're gonna slash it. The axeman latches on firmly. Jesus. This guy has some balls, I'll give him that. We're gonna stab this thing in the head and see if we could just get a... Or I guess we slashed it there. We definitely wanna take this thing out before he kills our axeman, because we can still use the axeman as bait for when we fight this hill giant, especially if he's biting a snake. He obviously has some sort of will to live, so he might even survive that. And this anaconda is proving that reptiles are fairly durable in this world. That's what you get for putting it on high savagery, man. But it makes it a lot more interesting, because we definitely would never have fought a giant anaconda if we generated a world with low savagery. So again, we're just going to keep spamming attacks until this thing actually dies. So our axeman is bled to death. Finally decided to give up. And this snake is still trying to regain balance, which is weird because the snake is just a very long head and a tail, so I don't know where it's trying to gain balance from. Just slashed in the head. And this thing is still going. Still regaining balance, but it shouldn't be too much of a difficult fight here. I don't know why we're not just killing it with these slashes. So we're going to keep striking it in the head with stabs until we maybe jam the brain in or something. Man, this thing is tough. I don't know if it's because we put the difficulty on Savage that everything is just so durable, or if it's because anacondas and alligators are actually just durable in general. Here, let's just solve it this way. Another way you can fight is if you don't want to pick the attacks, you can just use the arrow keys and like ram into the, like just move towards the animal or whatever you're fighting, and it'll auto-resolve by picking the best options. So we're gonna butcher this snake. The reason it's called S. Cranes is because whenever you butcher, or whenever an animal kills a sentient being, it becomes named, because it, like, technically won a battle against a sapient creature, thus it becomes a legendary animal, or whatever, like almost like a forbidden beast, but basically it becomes a historical figure, which, if you know Legends mode at all, pretty much means that it goes down in the record books. But we're gonna butcher this animal's corpse because we need the food. Dang, this guy had some armor on him. Well, first of all, let's take this armor. Let's get this prepared anaconda meat first, because that's what we need is food. Let me just... This is the part of the tutorial where I don't know how to use menus. Here, we'll just take the lungs, and let's take this guy's bronze helm. Sorry, Eerie, but you did your best, bud. Let's take his bronze mail shirt, and what else you got, friends, while your corpse is still warm. Let's take this snake's skull, too. Why not? And then let's go ahead and wear this bronze helm and this bronze mail shirt. There we go, now we're looking cool. I'm gonna continue traveling. Okay, and I said we'd try to get to our site, but this might be the final episode because we've been set upon by giant dingoes. And giant dingoes should be quite the intimidating animal compared to regular dingoes, which almost killed us anyway. A huge monster in the form of a dingo. Okay, and we don't even have our dagger to throw anything with, so this is probably going to be terrible. Let's block this attack with... Oh, we should probably draw weapons. We do not have free grasp for the silver halberd. What's in our hand? Okay, let's eat this giant anaconda lung real quick so we can draw the silver halberd. There we go. Okay, so we're going to block this attack. Nice. This shot is blocked. I'm going to strike the giant dingo in the lower body with a slash. Nice, we bruised the kidney. Now they're all around us, so let's aim for the one regaining balance just to see if we can get a dastardly attack on it. We miss. Alright, let's... Okay, it's recovering from attacking us, so let's strike it again in the left paw, the slash. Alright, so we slashed it in the left paw and the motor nerve is severed. That's pretty good because that means we're probably not going to need to deal with that one for a while. We're fighting another giant dingo here. Let's aim for the lower body with another slash. The goal here is going to be trying to make it so they can't really walk anymore. So we're going to keep aiming for the lower body with slashes, see if we can cut some legs off. Left front paw with a slash. That didn't really do too much. We're just gonna... Ooh, a very easy strike that's very square. Let's go ahead and stab that. But we miss. That kinda sucks. Oh, the giant dingo collides with the giant dingo. Okay, so there's some infighting here just because they're trying to charge us and they're running into each other. We keep missing these dingoes. Let's dodge because we're being double attacked. Let's dodge to the west. Nice. And while he's regaining balance, we'll strike him in the right rear leg with a slash. Nice, a motor nerve has been severed, so that's another dingo out of the game. This one's gonna attack. We're blocking. Strike this one in the right rear paw. It can't connect, but it's probably our best option here. Alright, so we are knocked over and we tumble backwards, so let's stand up. And let's aim for the head with a tricky strike that's going to be square. Let's go ahead and get a stab in. Oh shit. So, we're bleeding now. This might be it, friends. Let's block his attack. And let's strike him in the upper body with a stab. We missed the giant dingo. Oh man, this might be it, fam. But then again, losing is supposed to be fun, so I'm not even mad. Stab him. And plus, this is more of a learning experience. I've been wanting to get back into Fortress mode, so it's a good way to end the series if I either slay the giant or if I meet a cruel end to a pack of giant dingoes. Okay, so this one is going to attack us. Let's block. We're no longer stunned, so that should probably let us attack a little bit better. Let's dodge to the west again here. And we don't have anything to throw again. Plus I don't think throwing a silver halberd, which is going to be heavy as hell, is going to do anything efficient. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. We can aim for the head with a square attack. They keep jumping away. This is tricky. Alright, we tear apart the skin there. So we're going to be attacked by another dingo, which we again just block. And hopefully we block successfully. Just kidding. There we go, now we block successfully. Let's aim for the upper body with a slash. We missed the dingo. There's going to be two dingoes attacking us, so let's dodge again to the west. This one's going to try to bite us, so let's block. Recovering from attacking us. So let's aim for the neck with a slash. Block. And rinse and repeat. Just keep striking. This is a tricky fight. I miss our axeman buddy. Okay, this might not be good. We're on the ground because I think we're missing a leg or something. So... Alright, we slashed the giant dingo in the head from the side with our silver halberd, but it only tears apart the fat, aka it doesn't really do anything at all. So let's try to stab it. It jumps away. He's regaining his balance, so maybe we'll be able to get a nice shot in. The left front paw with another stab. Let's block that attack. Just gonna keep blocking until we can get a decent shot in, which I don't think we'll be able to. There we go. None of them, all of them are recovering from attacking us, so let's aim for the lower body with a normal strike that's square, Let's try and stab it. Alright, we tear apart the muscle. Alright, so these dingoes are gonna attack us, so let's dodge to the north. Uh-oh. Giant dingo bites you in the lower right arm, bruising the muscle through the long fin mako shark leather cloak, and it latches on firmly. Let's aim for the right leg. Let's just try to cut these things' limbs off. Okay, we severed a motor nerve, which means he's pretty much, if we can get some distance, he's pretty much out of the game. Lower body with a stab. Dingo attacks but rolls away. Let's try to get some distance on these guys. Alright, lower body, which is square. Let's go ahead and stab that. Tearing apart the fat. Recovering from attacking us, so let's aim for the neck with a slash. Alright, so that one gives into the pain, which means he's unconscious. So we can just deal with these two hooligans now, because one of them ran off somewhere. So let's slash this one in the neck too. We discovered a river, thanks for sharing, but we didn't really need to know that. This isn't combat related, so let's keep blocking. Keep blocking. And this one is going to be a slash to the head, which he rolls away from. Keep in mind that these are giant dingoes, which are going to be fairly huge compared to a human even. Because if you think about a dingo in real life, it's like maybe an 80-pound dog, which is like if you... like a German Shepherd, which is a huge breed, is around 100 pounds, and usually giant animals are like 2 or 3 times the size of regular animals. So that's another one that gives into the pain, so we're actually doing some decent work here, but we're still bleeding. Let's aim for the neck with a stab. He jumps away. Let's go ahead and be risky here, and let's throw this bronze shield at this giant dingo. Oh man, that's actually pretty sick. We're probably some like discus thrower or something, because the spinning bronze shield strikes the giant dingo in the left ear and the injured part is crushed. Man, maybe I need to like play a shield thrower next time, because that thing did some damage. Then again, bronze is a very heavy metal. So let's go ahead and slash this thing in the head, and it's regaining balance, so this should be fairly easy. Let's just keep hitting it in the head and it should eventually die. Just kidding, this thing seems to be fucking invincible. So let's do this, or we just keep walking into it to do auto combat. That one's dead. Let's get this one. Oh, okay. Combat is back on. There's a lot of dingoes surrounding us now. Strike it in the upper body with a stab. The giant dingo is bled to death. Okay, so now it's just 2v1. Play smart. We're going to aim for the tail with the slash. Alright, we tear apart the muscle there. We're going to keep fighting it. Upper body with a stab. Alright, he's moving east, so let's aim for the lower body with a slash there. Tear apart the muscle. Head with a stab. We missed the dingo. Alright. Now this one's trying to chase us, so let's do the same shield stuff we just did. Whoa, baby. So the shield hits the dingo in the right front leg, so that doesn't do too much in itself. And then the dingo tries to grab us by the leg. So let's dodge that attack to the west. And since we don't have a shield, then we're going to have to keep dodging here. But thankfully we're a pretty decent dodger. This is what I was talking about in character creation, where sometimes you won't be able to block. For example, if you throw your shield, you won't be able to block. So we're going to slash this dingo in the tail. Just try to get damage in where we can. Don't even know where my shield is. Oh crap. So this dingo is now attacking us with wrestling, so we're going to strike this bad guy in the lower body with a stab, and it tears apart the muscle. I'm going to just look at this thing and see how much damage it's been dealt. Lower body is cut open, her lower body is dripping giant dingo blood, right leg is bruised, left kidney is mangled beyond recognition, so it's not doing too well. Meanwhile, let's look at our health screen. We're heavy bleeding, moderate blood loss, slight pain, ability to stand lost, so we're not exactly doing great here in terms of long-term adventuring. Let's look at our description. His right foot is gone. His right hand is gone. Oh man, I don't even know what we're fighting with anymore. His right hand is spraying Azri Fortuno's human blood. Oh boy, here we go. Let's strike this thing, which is going to attack us by dodging. Oh, we're actually going to just dodge here. Oh, we're pale now, so this might be our final moments. We're going to aim for the upper body with another stab. Miss the giant dingo. Oh boy. Let's aim for the neck with a slash. Tearing apart the fat. Right rear leg with a slash. Okay. The giant dingo shakes you around by the left hand and the severed part sails off in the arc, so not exactly too good here. We don't have any equipment at this point. Let's strike the neck with a bite. We bite the dingo in the neck, tearing the muscle. You latch on firmly. Nice. Let's keep striking in the neck with another bite. Oh, we are deceased. So there you go. That's why you don't travel in the wilds alone. I hope you guys actually learned something there. I'm not sure what else I needed to cover, but it's pretty much all the basics. Once you get your first quest and you understand fast traveling, it's pretty easy to navigate the world, go out around the town, get a quest, go to that site. Hopefully you don't get attacked by giant dingoes. But yeah, go to that site, slay the monster, and then come back and just rinse and repeat and keep getting quests. So hopefully, like me, or hopefully unlike me, you don't get killed by a giant dingo, and probably start another Fortress mode Let's Play series soon. So have a good one.